What's good, y'all? You can see that we're in the grocery store again, and today we're going to be talking about the cookies. Today we got Milk's favorite cookie, not the human body's favorite cookie. We got Oreos, Chips Ahoy, and Nilla Wafers. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the Oreos. I love when people walk by looking at me like I'm crazy. But anyway, here are the ingredients right here. One of the things I like to point out is the bioengineered food ingredients. And then I always find it strange how they have to point out how there's wheat and soy in it. You know, it's like, and you got the soy lecithin right there. We got the thiamine mononitrate that we talked about in our chips, which leads to liver and kidney problems. And of course, there's like the sugar in here. You know, there's always sugars, you know, right there. You see what I'm saying? And sugar can lead to sugar diabetes, which leads to constipation, irritability, neurotic problems, nerve damage, robs the body of vitamins and minerals, destroys the teeth, pancreas, and kidneys. So this is what's in all of our food. All these things all the way through here, I can almost guarantee you that 90% of them, if not more, have sugar in them. That's what makes you addicted to it, and that's what makes you keep coming back and keep on eating this food. All right? So that's just what's going on here. And of course, I'm skimming over some things. You finish up the research yourself. I'm just getting you started. Right? So then we got the Chips Ahoy. Let's go ahead and look at these real quick. Let's go ahead and look at these. Here's all the ingredients right here. One of the big boys I saw in here was the ammonium phosphate. And then you'll notice that a lot of these have that thiamine mononitrate, always contains soy, milk, you know, mucus formers in the body, you know, high fructose corn syrup, salt, artificial flavor. It's like, what is that? Oh, look at that again. Bioengineered food ingredients, right? All right, but look, this Chips Ahoy stuff. Once again, you see the dextrose in, oops, there we go. Let's get back in frame. We got the dextrose. For the diabetics, you need to avoid this because dextrose has a 100 on the glycemic index. This is what makes you fall out from a sugar spike. All right. Also in here, the one I pointed out right there, the ammonium phosphate. All right. Ammonium phosphate is an inorganic compound. All right. And then it's an ammonium salt of orthophosphoric acid. That's what's in your food. All right. And y'all keep signing this up. Once again, you give your kids this as a reward. This is a negative, this puts your kids in a negative feedback loop. I did something good. Let me give myself a cheat. Let me cheat my health with all the stuff that's in these ingredients right here. All right. Then the Nilla Wafers, where you at? I think this box is a little too big for the shelf, but I'm just gonna like do it like that. Here we go. All right, you can see everything in there. One of the things I wanted to point out in these, all right, one of the things, once again, that thiamine mononitrate is always in there. All right, that's in everything. You know, the soy, you know, milk, egg, soy. These are mucus formers in the body. Not too sure about wheat. Didn't do my research on wheat just yet. All right, but let's talk about that soy real quick. All right, soy is an estrogen overload for the body, especially in, of course, there's a little bit more research that needs to be done with soy, but at least we know for the isolated soy proteins, these like bind to the estrogen receptors in the brain. They bombard them, and this can lead to breast cancer in women, and then in men, it can lower the testosterone and lower the sperm count. All right, that's usually all you gotta tell men. You know, when you start messing with the junk down there, usually, oh no, I ain't messing with that no more. This is where we get the term soy boys from. This is why a lot of the men in our society have become weaker and weaker and weaker, because they're secretly drugging you with this soy. And of course, there's a little bit more research to be done, but I just wanted to point that out. And while we're here, once again, bioengineered food ingredient. All right, but let's get back on the soy real quick. All right, contains soy. That's what all of these cookies be saying. It's like soy can also mess with the thyroid, you know, and it both increases it and decreases it. It throws it out of balance, and it messes with the T3 and the T4 thyroid hormones. All right, it triggers inflammation and can potentially lead to leaky gut. The main reason that soy is in all these things, because soy and soy oils and whatever is cheap. All right, but the thing is, it's so cheap that it's barely shelf stable. So what they have to do is, I forgot the exact term, but they have to make it stable so it stays on the shelf longer. They want it to stay on the shelf longer. They don't want you to be nourished. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then when we go back up to that high fructose corn syrup, unnatural amount of fructose, you know, in your body. All right, and it can increase the risk of fatty liver disease, obesity, diabetes, and one of the things, it has no essential nutrients in it. So why are you putting it in your body? All right, that's the cookies. You know, hold up, let's have some fun real quick. Let me check out one more thing. You know, we're just going to one. Something that's just right next to me. All right, cool. Let's check this out, because I bet you half of these things are exactly the same. Let's go ahead and look at this one. We're just doing this one raw. Look at this, thiamine mononitrate. That's always in there. Salt's always in there. Contains wheat and soy. Half of these cookies are exactly the same. Soybean. All right. This is always in our foods. All these things right here are pretty much the same thing, just wrapped up and shaped and colored in a different way. This is what you call health right here. You shouldn't even be in this aisle. If you care about your health, if you care about your body, if you care about your kids, you do not reward them with stuff like this. I'm just being real with you, you know? And one of the things, the way that I love to end these types of videos, excuse me, the way that I love to end these, like, they'll make you sick and they'll sell you the cure. This is the world we live in. Till the next one, y'all.